Today we will discuss torsion equation. Now first, what is a torsion? Torsion is a twist produced in the shaft when subjected to torque or twisting moment M is called as a torsion. In simple language, torsion is a twist produced in a shaft due to the torque applied on that shaft. Now consider a shaft fixed at one end of length L and radius R is shown in the figure. Now by giving clockwise movement, we get a shear strain phi. Okay. So let a shaft is fixed at one end and twisting moment M or torque T is applied at the free end in clockwise direction. So let AB be the fiber of the shaft. Let AB is the any fiber of the shaft. After applying twisting moment B, point moves to B dash. After applying twisting moment, point B moves to B dash. Due to twisting moment, shear strain phi is produced in the shaft. Due to twisting moment, shear strain phi is produced in the shaft. So now shear strain phi is given by change in length, that is B dash upon original length, that is L. Change in length, that is B dash upon original length, that is L. Now by twisting the shaft an angle theta is subtended at its center. So now arc BB dash can be found by theta equals to arc length upon radius. Okay, arc BB dash is equals to theta into radius. Okay, that is theta into r, that is BB dash. Substituting BB dash in above equation, we get phi is equals to theta into r upon L. This is equation number 1. Okay. Now, according to the Hooke's law, we get shear stress tau is directly proportional to shear strain phi. That is tau is equals to G phi, where G is the modulus of rigidity. So now phi is equals to tau upon G. This is equation number 2. Now on comparing equation 1 and 2, we get theta into r upon L is equals to tau upon G. Therefore, tau is equals to G theta upon L into r. This is the shear stress produced in the shaft. Shear stress produced in the shaft. Now, for any radius r, we can write above equation as tau is equals to G theta upon L into r. Okay. So from this equation, we can conclude that tau is directly proportional to r. That means as tau increases, or we can say that as radius or distance r increases, tau also increases. Okay. Now this is the front view of the shaft. Now taking a ring element at a distance r from the center of thickness dr, we will get a ring element of area of ring element is equals to 2 pi r into dr. Remember this equation, area of ring element equals to 2 pi r into dr. Okay. So now as we apply a twisting moment to the shaft will also resist and produce a shear force. So shear force produced by the shaft, shear force produced by the shaft is given by F. Now for the whole shaft, we will first consider a shear force produced by this AB fiber. Okay. So now shear force produced by fiber AB, it is shear force produced by fiber AB is dF is equals to tau into dA. Okay, is equals to tau into dA. So now tau is equals to g theta by L into small r. So it is equals to g theta by L into r into dA. So now we know what is dA. dA is 2 pi r into dr. So is equals to g theta by L into r into 2 pi r dr. So now g theta by L into 2 pi r square dr. This is df. Now integrating, or first we will find torque produced by that fiber AB. So now by applying a resisting moment or torque to the shaft will also produce a resisting torque due to this resisting shear force. Okay. So now we will find resisting for a torque produced by the fiber AB. Resisting torque produced by the fiber AB. Resisting torque produced by the fiber AB is given by dt equals to df into r. So now we know df is equals to this. df is equals to g theta by L into 2 pi r square dr into r. So we get g theta by L into 2 pi r cube dr. This is d tau. Now by integrating this equation, we will get the total resisting torque produced by the shaft. So integrating the equation B, we will get integration dt 0 to t, which is equals to integration 0 to r. Why 0 to r? We have to integrate from 0 to r. This is 0 to the radius of the shaft, that is r. 0 to r into g theta by L into 2 pi r cube dr. And we know that g theta by L will be constant and 2 pi is also constant. Therefore this is t, g theta by L into 2 pi is constant. So out of the integrations we get 0 to r integration r cube dr. So it is equals to g theta by L into 2 pi into this is r raised to 4 upon 4 to 0 to r. So we will get t is equals to g theta by L into 2 pi into r raised to 4 upon 4 from 0 to r. So now by solving the above equation we get capital R raised to 4 minus 0 upon 4. So this is g theta by L into 2 pi into r raised to 4 upon 4. Cut, we will get g theta upon L into pi by 2 into r raised to 4. This is equation number 3. Okay. Now we will see the concept for polar moment of inertia. What is polar moment of inertia for a circular cross section? Circular cross section. It is given by z is equals to pi by 2 into r raised to 4. This is the formula, so we have to remember this. So z is equals to pi by 2 into r raised to 4. It is not z, it is denoted by j. Sorry, my best. It is denoted by j. J is equals to pi by 2 into r raised to 4. Now by substituting equation 4 in 3, we get t equals to g theta by L into j. Okay. So now this is equation number 5, and earlier we obtained a equation that is tau is equals to g theta by L into R. This is equation number, let me take 6. Okay, now by comparing from equation 6 we can write tau upon R equals to g theta upon L. So by comparing this g theta upon L with equation number 5, we get tau upon R is equals to T upon J, which is equals to g theta by L. This is torsion equation. That is tau upon R equals to T upon J equals to g theta by L. Well, tau is equals to shear stress, T is equals to torque, G is equals to modulus of rigidity, theta is equals to degree in radian, and R is equals to radius of the shaft. Thank you.